So today we'll be getting into things with Goldberg, what's going on with Alexa Bliss, Karrion Kross, and much more. For today's question of the day, how do you feel about Goldberg's WWE return? Are you excited for another world title match from Goldberg? So let's get into the story. The rumors turned out to be true. Goldberg is the next challenger for Bobby Lashley's WWE Championship. There's a lot of good, there's a lot of bad, and a whole lot of mixed reactions on this. Why does WWE keep bringing back a 54-year-old Goldberg to compete in 2-minute world title matches on grand stages? Well, the answer is quite simple. It's just to boost viewership and pull back in those casual fans that only watch WWE for the bigger names. Reports claim that everything WWE uses seems to indicate that Goldberg is still a big draw, so they keep turning to him for big matches like this. Goldberg is a great pull and a draw for sure. He's a wrestling icon and a legend. But the reason why there's such a large amount of fans that don't want to see this is because we know what's coming and it's highly predictable. Goldberg has said himself that his current WWE deal is 2 matches a year. This Summerslam match will be his second of the year, and he'll be done until 2022. So unless he's going to win the WWE title and then head out for 5 months, he basically has a non-existent chance of winning the WWE title. Another negative thing about Goldberg's world title matches is the time limit. Goldberg is in his mid-50s, so it's an accomplishment itself to still be even wrestling at this age. And we know he obviously can't go 15 or 20 minutes in a match, but this is supposed to be a WWE world title match. It'll likely be over in 3 to 5 minutes, and it just doesn't feel like a quality title match when it's that short. So Goldberg has no chance to win the title. Lashley will take care of him. But then again, think back to The Fiend. Everyone thought The Fiend would easily handle Goldberg, and we know how that went. But in the end, why is Goldberg really back? Just seems to be a way to boost these weekly Raw ratings. Sell some tickets for SummerSlam because they have a lot of seats to fill in that arena, and that seems to be pretty much it. But what are your thoughts on Goldberg's WWE return? Like it, love it, hate it? Let us know what your thoughts are and what you're thinking. Speaking of confusing returns, Lilly was brought back by Alexa Bliss this week on Raw. The only question that we have to immediately ask is, did you bring Lilly back because you've spent the last few weeks writing some creative direction for Lilly, or did you bring her back because you really got nothing else for Alexa to do? The answer to that question is really important and will determine if this second run for Lilly will be better than the first one. What did Lilly do in her first run? She sat on the swing for a few months, targeted Shayna Baszler, had that big cinematic ending to Raw with Shayna, and that was about it. Shayna didn't change, Alexa didn't change, Lilly vanishes, so it just made that segment between Lilly and Shayna seem so pointless. What did that entire feud and segment even accomplish? We're still searching for that answer till this day. Then when Alexa mentioned that with fans coming back soon, she decided to put Lilly in timeout. Everyone understood that as WWE basically writing Lilly off for when the fans returned. But the exact opposite has happened. Lilly has been brought back with the fans. So that brings us right back to square one. What's Lilly's purpose? What's going to happen? We've been waiting for Lilly to do something since early April, so going on 5 months now, and the only thing Lilly has done was that backstage moment with Shayna. So we get it, Lilly is a haunted doll with abilities, possibly even the source of Alexa's powers. But when do we get to see that next step? When do we get to see Lilly do more, go to that next level? Alexa seems to be feuding now with Eva Marie, which isn't the strongest rival. You don't really gain much from feuding with Eva Marie, but guess we have to see how that unfolds there. What would be more interesting for Alexa is maybe a story with Scarlett. Get revenge for that Survivor Series loss from all those years ago. Maybe a story with a new champion, Nikki Cross. Alexa and Nikki obviously have such a rich history together. They both went through dramatic character changes over the last few months. It would be great to see a program there between the two of them. But Alexa and Lilly's past few rivals of Shayna Baszler and now Eva Marie have just been feeling like it's missing something. Nothing came from that story with Shayna, so what's going to come from a story with Eva Marie? Is Alexa going to steal Eva's assistant? Maybe put Lilly into her, something like that. Then, okay, maybe you got a purpose there, but for right now, it does seem a bit hard to see how Alexa and Lilly benefit from a Eva Marie feud. Alexa is great, the fans are behind her, but when it comes to the story and direction department, things have been a bit unclear ever since WrestleMania. A massive split and going solo moment that never led to anything major. But Alexa vs. Eva Marie seems to be that story for now. Alexa mentioned on Raw Talk that Eva will find out what happens to someone when they say something bad about Lilly. Maybe we'll finally see Alexa's real Fiend persona come to life now that fans are back. Lilly's return also opens the door for a Bray Wyatt return as well. Does Bray still want to get revenge on Lilly for WrestleMania? One of Bray's main themes has always been revenge, so why not keep that same theme going here with Lilly? But we'll see how that one turns out for all parties involved in that story. Karrion Kross has been a dominant main event caliber talent on NXT since his debut, but everyone feared what he would look like on the main roster. It's nothing against him per se, but everyone knows how things are for superstars coming from NXT to the main roster. You can see the biggest NXT superstar in the brand's history come to the main roster and completely get ruined instantly. Well, fans are feeling a bit mixed right now because fans feel like Karrion Kross is already off to an extremely strange start on the main roster. The first mistake with Kross's debut was announcing it beforehand. Why would WWE themselves spoil this debut? It was a big deal. It could have been a huge surprise. But them coming out and saying, oh yeah, Karrion Kross debuts tonight, kind of automatically deflated the big debut. Why ruin the surprise? It only got worse from there. Karrion Kross showed up on Raw without Scarlett, another extremely confusing decision. Scarlett is a phenomenal talent. She plays a big role in the presentation of Karrion Kross's character, and not to mention that she's Kross's real-life significant other. So why split them up? Why hurt this presentation like that with this removal of a crucial character like Scarlett? Then we get to the match. Karrion Kross loses a 2-minute match to a soon-to-be 44-year-old Jeff Hardy, who's been struggling to get on Raw and hasn't won a match in forever. It's not to say that Karrion Kross is buried by any means. This is no doubt an extremely strange start to a main roster debut that left everyone with nothing but confusion and several questions. Also, what was the purpose of Karrion Kross being on Raw as well? There was literally no story there. It's not like he answered an open challenge or something like that. The NXT champion just decides to show up on Raw without any story or explanation. The whole entire thing is weird, probably the strangest main roster call-up we've seen in quite some time. Some fans are overreacting a bit and saying that Kross might as well be already done on the main roster, while others believe that it made Kross look good because a babyface WWE legend had to cheat to beat him. So, does it make Kross look good that Hardy had to cheat to win? Let's just hope this turns around real fast for him, and that Scarlett is there soon as well. But what are your thoughts on today's stories with Alexa Bliss, Goldberg, and Karrion Kross? Leave your comments, don't forget to subscribe, and leave a like if you enjoyed. Thanks for watching, guys.